This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, March 7th, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. On Tuesday afternoon at about 2:30, Annapolis Police were called to a home in the 100 block of Clay Street in Annapolis for a man who was experiencing a mental health crisis. Officers arrived on the scene, and the man refused to come out of the house, thereby starting a standoff which lasted nearly 7 hours. The department said that at about 9:30, officers were able to finally enter the home. They did take the man to the hospital, and there was no incident surrounding it. Along with the general police presence, the department also brought out their special emergency team as well as crisis negotiation teams to assist. Some potentially bad news for up in Hanover, Maryland, where Omniplex World Services has lost a federal contract to provide background investigations for the federal government, and 344 people at the Hanover office will be terminated in May. Now, the company says that they need to be terminated because they did lose the contract, and they say that the employees are able to reapply for the company that did get the contract, but there is no word whether they will all be rehired or whether they're all eligible for rehire. So some tense moments up at Omniplex World Services in Hanover. She's back. Harford County Delegate Delegate Lisanti returned to the floor of the Maryland House of Delegates to do her job after disappearing for 3 days. She missed more than a dozen votes on Friday, Monday, and Tuesday, and she said in a statement that she thought it was best for everybody involved to put some physical distance between us. Now, last Thursday, the House did vote to censure her for calling a legislative district in Prince George's County as a, quote, N district, and she made that remark in January in front of other legislators at an Annapolis cigar bar. When asked about her bills, and despite all the calls for her resignation, she said, "My bills are alive. They're not going anywhere. They're really very important, and they'll still be debated on their merit. Tomorrow, I am going to work like I always do and fight for my bills." Marianne, you don't always go to work. You've been missing the last 3 days. And finally, as we wrap up, daylight savings time kicks in this weekend, and that is one of the first harbingers of spring, and another one is the Cherry Blossom Festival in D.C. Yes, it is a quintessential sign of spring's coming, and the Yoshino cherry trees are predicted to reach their peak bloom between April 3rd and April 6th, according to the National Park Service, and that was in their announcement yesterday morning. Now, that date is very flexible. It is dependent on the weather, the wind, the temperature, and many other factors, so you do want to keep track of that if you want to get down and see them during their peak bloom period. According to an NPS spokesman, the development of the cherry blossoms are dependent on the weather. Regardless of when the blooms open, we have a full month of flowers and festivities to look forward to during the National Cherry Blossom Festival. They define peak bloom as when 70% of the cherry blossoms surrounding the tidal basins are open, and in bloom is considered when 20% of them are open until the petals start to fall off. Gregory Odell, who's the president and CEO of Events DC, which is sort of the visitors bureau for the district, says the event is a significant boost to our economy. Almost 1.5 million people come to experience cherry blossom over a 4-week time period. That equates to over $100 million in economic activity for the city. The National Cherry Blossom Festival does kick off on March 20th. All right, that is about it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. You want to check out that first link in our show notes for all the different ways that you can connect with us. If you're someplace where you can give us a rating or a review, please do that. And let your friends and colleagues know about us as well. It is Thursday, so we have Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with your Annapolis Maker Minutes. And of course, in a little bit, we have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast.
Imagine your child saying,
"Guess what I learned in school today?"
At St. Andrews, it happens every day. We asked Emma and Lawson, why?
We grow winter greens in our garden to make smoothies. Second graders are the chicken checkers, and our 8th graders take care of our goats.
Our classes are the perfect size, which means we get to know each other well, and our teachers know us.
Visit St. Andrews Day School's open house, Friday, March 8th from 9 to 11 a.m. or call 410-266-0952 for a tour. Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, March 7th. Another cold day today for Annapolis and all of Anne Arundel County, with highs upper 30s to lower 40s, but breezy as well, so it'll feel more like upper 20s to lower 30s for much of the day before clouds move into the region later tonight ahead of some light rain and maybe a rain-snow mix on Friday, especially Friday morning, with temps again near 40 for highs, before Saturday comes with clearer skies and 45 to 50 for highs ahead of much warmer temps in the upper 50s to lower 60s on Sunday, though that will come with some rain throughout the AM hours that will hopefully be out of the area early to mid-afternoon at the latest. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there. Be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DC MDVA Weather in the Apple or Google app stores, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Everybody's a dreamer.
Hi there, this is John Frenay, the co-host of the Maryland Crabs podcast, welcoming you to the 7th Annual Annapolis Film Festival. The film festival runs from March 21st to 24th with a full slate of more than 70 films. The festival includes 4 days of films, panels, parties, showcases, coffee talks, Q&As with filmmakers, directors, producers, and much, much more. Get through the door and into your seat watching some of the 70-plus great films that the Annapolis Film Festival is bringing to us once again for the 7th year.
She looks so weak and fragile, that's why she tried to be.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Makers Minute, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. Tonight at London Town Gardens, they're having an archaeology lab night workshop, learning to identify animal bones. This week at Art Farm in Annapolis. Tomorrow, Art Farm is having their Winter Kids Art Show. The end of the winter semester means it's time for an exhibition of works created by the talented students who have been learning and working for the last 8 weeks. Stop in for a cookie and some bubbly and meet the teachers, and maybe sign up for a spring or summer semester. Also, Art Farm is having a gallery opening on Saturday featuring new works by students at the Anne Arundel Community College Department of Visual Arts. Registration is still open for Art Farm summer camps for 2019. Check out all the different camps and subjects they have lined up by going to artfarmannapolis.com. Tonight at Maryland Hall, there's a gallery reception featuring the works of Joan S. Scott, one of the co-founders of Maryland Hall back in 1978, Tony Spencer, a recording artist, poet, model, composer, and storyteller, as well as Big Ink, an exhibition of archived Big Ink large-scale woodblock prints. This week at Claybaker's in Annapolis. Tonight is Ladies' Night. Tomorrow is a Kids' Night Out featuring A Bug's Life. Sunday and Monday they have a glass fusing workshop, making napkin vases. And on Tuesday they have a preschool book club featuring 10 lucky leprechauns. On Saturday, GEMS, Girls Excelling in Math and Science, is having another one of their Saturday academies at the New Carrollton Branch Library. Explore STEM through hands-on activities, with breakfast and lunch included. Register at gemspgcounty.org. This week at the Anne Arundel County Public Library System, tonight in Crofton is Women in STEAM. The series showcases women from all walks of life, presenting accounts of how STEM had impacted their lives. On Saturday at the Brooklyn Park Library is Teams plus STEM equals Opportunities, learning about different STEM career opportunities through hands-on activities. Also on Saturday, but at the Serverna Park Library, is Get Ready for Pi Day. Pi Day is March 14th every year. Exercise your math skills by listening to a math-themed story and participating in math-related activities. On Tuesday at the Odenton Library is Kids Can Cook, Meatless Meals. Join Emily Kraft, an in-store nutritionist at Giant Food, to learn how to make meals with vegetarian-friendly proteins. Registration is required. On Wednesday, down at the Deal Library, SoCo Grow returns. Meet the growers behind Windermere Farms' mushroom and culinary herbs operation, and learn about the local wild mushrooms that come in kit and log form that you can grow at home. Also, don't miss the virtual reality adventures on Saturday at the Maryland City at Russet Library, Slime Time on Saturday at the Severn Library, Maker Mondays at the Linthicum Library on Monday, Minecraft Club at the Serverna Park Library on Monday, and Steam Tuesdays at the Odenton Library, of course, on Tuesday. This week at the Pongos Learning Lab and Coder Kids Club in Crofton. Tonight is their regular robotics club. Learn to code by programming robots. Kids will have access to many of the Pongos' programmable robots, and will work through challenges to learn how to get the robots to complete the challenges. Tomorrow night is their gamer club, including such games as Roblox, Minecraft, and Fortnite. Monday night is their Builders Club, Arts and Crafts Club, as well as their Lego Club. Tuesday is their Coder Kids Club, and Wednesday is the YouTube Stars and Animation Club. At Annapolis Makerspace this week, on Tuesday we're having another one of our monthly sewing nights. Come along and work on your own project, socialize, or join along with Emmy working on the Simplicity Pattern 2290, a simple lounge pants pattern that even beginners can learn. If you have a sewing machine, bring it along as well. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Meetup to keep up on everything that we're doing, as well as some of our local STEM group friends. And you can catch me tonight and every Thursday night at Annapolis Makerspace on Renard Court for Electronics Night. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website at makeannapolis.org. Whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Join Anne Arundel Medical Center Foundation on Saturday, April 27, 2019 at our Denim and Diamonds Bash in Annapolis. Denim and Diamonds is a fun evening under the stars featuring fabulous cuisine and gourmet food trucks, live and silent auction, and a live band. Last year, AAMC cared for more than 2,000 patients in our emergency departments suffering from mental illness or addiction. Help us expand much-needed inpatient and outpatient programs and services for your community. For tickets and sponsorships, visit aamcdenimanddiamonds.org. Special thanks to our platinum sponsors, AAMC medical staff, the Chesapeake Bayhawks, Comcast, the Evan K. Thallenberg family, What's Up Media, and WRNR.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.